Hey guys, Nightfall here, and today I'm going to talk about who the Lions can draft and where. I'm new to this, so it would mean a lot to me if you subscribe to the channel and leave a comment so I can know how I'm doing, or we just have a conversation about football. Okay, let's get this started. I'm so sorry about this. Okay, here's a trade scenario that I have Lions trading with the Dolphins, getting their 13th overall pick, their second round pick, and their fourth round pick for our eighth overall pick and our fourth round pick. I'm using the point system for this, and you can see the Lions have 1,417 points compared to the Dolphins' 1,632, which is a point difference of 215. This is a big difference, but when teams trade up for a quarterback, they usually give up a lot more for them. For example, last year when the Bills traded up with the Buccaneers for Josh Allen, they gave up their first round pick and their two second round picks with a point difference of 409. That's huge. So if a team like the Dolphins trade up for a QB with us, trade up for a QB with us, they will give up probably a lot more points. Obviously, I think that'd be pretty cool, getting 2 seconds and two fourth round picks. And you could definitely use one of those fourth round picks and one of our second round picks to trade up a little bit. And y'all talk about that later here. Okay, so if the Lions are stuck at 8, get TJ Hawkinson or Byron Murphy. I don't care here, just one of them. Because I love them both, you know? Byron Murphy, this guy, we all know about TJ Hawkins, but Byron Murphy, this guy is great instinct. He has a great ball awareness, and he's so aggressive. This guy lines up on the defensive line. Oh my god. I can't stop talking about this guy. This is my favorite cornerback in this draft. Period. No one else compares to him. He's my favorite. Okay, so if the Lions were to trade down, I'd get T.J. Hawkinson, Byron Murphy. But if they're not there, think about Brian Burns. This guy, he's really good. Because I don't know why people, if Montez Sweat didn't run that 4-4, everyone would be talking about Brian Burns. This guy is like one of the coolest names in this draft. I mean, look at that. Burns. God dang, that sounds good. Okay, let's go on here. So this is like if we trade down with like the Titans or a team like that, and I think we either want to get DeAndre Baker, Brian Burns, or Cody Ford. I think I could also put maybe Taylor Rapp in there. I like Taylor Rapp a lot. But Brian Burns, already talked about him. Cody Ford, just to like solidify that offensive line. DeAndre Baker is a very good cornerback in man coverage. This guy is really sticky. He does. I heard someone say that he does get like exposed on the slant, but I feel like that can maybe get coached out of him. And also, the one red flag I have with DeAndre Baker is that I've heard he has some issues in the locker room, and I think that might be against one of Bob Quinn's and Matt Patricia's like code or whatever. So I think that might be a little bit might have some concern right there. Okay, this is if we trade back late into the first round. These are the people who I think would be pretty good and who could be available. Noah Font, like Eric Ebron 2.0, Dalton Reisner. I like this guy. This is the Frank Ragnow this year. I swear. He's the guy who we didn't want but we need. This guy can play right tackle or right guard, and we might need both depending on what we do with Rick Wagner. I think right guard's the biggest need right now, but I feel like a lot of people are kind of ignoring it. I am too. Don't get me. I know, but if we have a chance, if we go late into the first, I'd say get an offensive lineman, like Dalton Reisner, Jonah Williams. I like them both. Taylor Rapp, I can't get enough. I love that guy too. He's one of my favorites. Jalen Ferguson, I love the guy on the edge. He's going. I think he's gonna be expected to go early in the second round, but I can definitely see him slip into the first round. Okay. Okay, so if the early second, this is if we like I said, use that second round pick 43, like our fourth round pick, which is at I think 111. We could trade up with like the Cardinals, the 49ers, or the Colts. You could get one of these guys. Taylor Rapp, Dalton Reisner, or Jalen Ferguson, Irv Smith Jr. and Azir Adley. Irv Smith Jr. and Azir Adley. I think we can get a 43. But Tyler Rapp, Dalton Reisner, and Jalen Ferguson, those are my 3 big early day 2 prospects that I love. Taylor Rapp, that guy. Let's imagine a secondary with Taylor Rapp and Byron Murphy. Man, every time I go against Mitch Trubisky, I can guarantee you at least 3 interceptions. God. Dalton Reisner, I talked about him. Jalen Ferguson, he's really good on the edge. Irv Smith Jr., I like him. He's probably my 3rd favorite tight end in this draft. Yeah. Azir Adderley, he used to play cornerback, so that's pretty versatile. Versatile. What the fuck? I said versatile. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, so in the mid-second, that's kind of where we're going to be at 43, 43. So I think we should either go Irv Smith Jr., Nazir Adderley, Chris Lindstrom, or Trey Lamar. Or, if none of those players are there, just trade the pick. We don't just have to trade our first round pick. We can trade our second round pick as well. We can get a late second round pick and a 4th round pick. Or we can just get 2/3. Like with who is it? Maybe the Patriots, because they have our 73rd overall and a few other thirds. I don't know. So getting other picks would be nice, Okay. All right, late seconds, basically the same thing as the middle, but I've added Jay Sternberger, Chase Winovich. Oh, actually completely different. Yeah, so that's if we come back. I think Chase Winovich. I like this guy a lot. He's a great passion for the game, but it's just that age. I like draft people that are young, so we can have these guys for a long time. Permanent fixes. Because in 2 years, this guy's gonna be 26 or something. She's gonna be 24 when the season starts. So that's kind of my only problem with him, but everything else checks all the boxes. Jay Sternberger, he's a pretty good passing option. We really gotta get Stafford some more options. I swear, the second we give him everything he needs, he's gonna be an MVP. Amani Oruwariye, I haven't watched too much film on him, so I don't want to say anything. I don't know. Jaquan Williams, I know he's tall. I know. I think Mike likes this guy too. I don't know. I'd take him a late second if he's there. And if we don't draft Byron Murphy, of course. So here's a pretty good amount of prospects in the early 3rd. I think this would probably mean a trade because 88 definitely not the early 3rd. And you can definitely see Khalil Hodge, I think should be named that we're highlighting. Obviously, he's what you want in a linebacker. He's the standard. He's your traditional linebacker, tackler, and all that kind of stuff. And everyone's been hyping him up. I'm on the hype train for him. I've watched some film, but I haven't watched that much. I'm basically taking my word on all these guys because I don't really have that kind of time. A few AP classes and stuff. LJ Collier, this is this year's Deshaun Hand. I guarantee you that. He didn't get that much production in college, but whenever you give him a chance, he's gonna produce. And the other thing I like about LJ is that he's the complete opposite of Montez Sweat. This guy has a lot of power, has good rush moves, but he is so, I don't know. Whenever you watch him, he's kind of slow, the complete opposite of Montez Sweat. And Jonathan Abram, I've seen him get some hype over the days, so I think he'd probably be a 2nd round pick. I don't see safety as a really big of a need with Tracy Walker, Quandre Diggs. Justin Coleman can go into the safety position, go into the safety as well. Jay Sternberger, I think he might get drafted in the 2nd round, but if he's there, I'd take him. JJ Arcega-Whiteside, I feel like he's kind of under the radar at this point. He was pretty good. He was getting a lot of attention early on this year, but it's kind of dialed down. He's very good in the red zone. I like him a lot. And Isabella, I think he might slip to the second round. Blake Cashman, not that much film, but what I've heard, I like what I hear so far. Lonnie Johnson Jr. Again, not much film. I really cannot do that much time. I have done film on Montez Sweat, Byron Murphy, and I'm Greedy Williams, so that's pretty much it. I stopped there. I just have so much homework. Lonnie Johnson Jr., he's getting hyped as well. I don't know. Okay. Late 3rd. So, again, Khalil Hodge, we can get him here. I think if he slips, that'd be... In a year or two, if we took Khalil Hodge in the early 3rd or the late 2nd, he's going to be a steal. I think he's going to be that good in the next level. Sean Bunting, I've been hearing a lot from him, but I don't really want any developmental players on the defense. I do think Matt Patricia if anyone were to do it, it would be Matt Patricia to really develop one of these players. JJ Arcega-Whiteside, again, amazing red zone threat. Benny Snell Jr. From what I heard, not that much, again, not that much film. Most of this is like, just I've watched a little bit of film. He's pretty good. He's pretty good. Like, he's like your extra yardage guy. Ben Burke-Irvin, I like him too. Blake Cashman, Lonnie Johnson Jr. These are, I think, these pretty good late third round picks. Okay, in the fourth, I got like some kind of like backup options and all that kind of stuff. Dawson Knox, I haven't watched that much film on him, but I do not want anyone who does not have that much production. This guy does not have a touchdown. I don't care who you are, what your ability is. I don't want you that early, which is why I have him in the fourth instead of like the third or the second, like some people have. I think some people are saying they want him just to make some other teams like overdraft him or something. Drew Samia, I want some. He's a guard. I want some guard depth. Every season, one of our offensive linemen goes down. Taylor Decker, T.J. Lang, Rick Wagner. They went. Those guys have hit injury history. I mean, T.J. Lang's not here, but I'm just giving an example from last year. And so I want some online depth. I don't want us to be like week 15, the season's on the line, and we have our starting right tackle Rick Wagner has an injury or something like that. I want us to be able to protect Matthew Stafford throughout the whole season, throughout the playoffs. That's what I really like. Holly Waring, a good receiving tight end. I watched some film on him. He was pretty good. I haven't watched any film of these guys. These are all small school guys. And I'm sorry if, that bothers you or whatever, but these are the kind of what I have done. Like, I've listened to Luke G, I've listened to all those guys, and what I've come up with are these guys. Caden Smith, yeah. And these are most of the people, these are also people that I've seen the Lions have, like, visited and all that stuff. I think Derek Beatty would be a pretty good one. Sean Joseph. Pretty good depth. Tyree Jackson. I'm so sorry. In the fifth round, I'd like Tyree Jackson, Will Greer. I want us to get a backup quarterback. And I don't want us to go in the fourth round, the third, or second round for our quarterback. I feel like they'd be overdrafting. I want us to be a win now season. And what I want from a and if we were to get a backup quarterback, I would want it to be a good backup quarterback. You also see I have this Vinyl Zigbo. I think you can go running back there too as well. Okay. So with all these picks, we can trade any of them. I mean, we can trade down, we can trade up with any of them. And I think with the trade here, let's take a little back up to it. We have two fourth round picks and two second round picks. We can trade into the third and back into the second with our 111 and 88, or maybe the early third. Get a player there. We can even trade up, as I said, get Dalton Risner, which I think that would be very good if we were able to trade back into the early second and get Dalton Risner, to get Jalen Ferguson, to get Taylor Rapp. That would be my ideal situation. I'd love that. I'd like that. So, to me, I didn't really put anything down, but what I'd like to see is us trade into that top 15. Get Byron Murphy. Go back, trade up into the early second and get us Dalton Risner. I think that we have to make sure that O-line solidified for Stafford and all that. Dalton Risner, he can go in the right guard position, but if something ever happens to Rick Wagner, I'm confident he can go in the right tackle as well. And so I think at that point we give up our 33 and our 111. So if we were to go back to the mid, I'd want to trade it, honestly. I don't really think everyone here. Again, we can get Khalil Hodge in the third. We can get anyone here in the third. I don't think Irv Smith would be there by 48 though. So I'd want to trade that pick for a couple extra pick for maybe like I'm gonna say with maybe the Patriots for the 73 and one of their other later thirds. Okay, so we're going to the early third then. I'd want us to get a pass rusher. I want LJ Collier. This guy, like I said, Deshaun Hand. This guy's great. He just needs some time. He needs some time to get good, he just needs some time and get in the right program for him to excel. I also like JJ Arcega-Whiteside. I know wide receiver's not that big of a, like a need, but if Marvin Jones goes down again, or if he's not the same player that we saw at the beginning of the season, then I definitely want a second option. And JJ Arcega-Whiteside, man, great red zone option. I can definitely see this guy being a really good wide receiver in the NFL. Okay, late third, Khalil Hodge, just like that. I don't even have to explain. Okay, so this will be our only 4th round pick. Okay, so we went Byron Murphy, Dalton Reisner, trade that. I'm gonna say we got JJ Arcega-Whiteside instead of LJ Collier. So here I'd want us to go tight end Kahale Waring. We need to get Stafford more, we need to get him a lot more, options to throw to. We need him to never, because I want to compare Matthew Stafford to Matt Ryan, but I that's maybe for another video. I want Stafford to really have a team built around him, and when that happens, it's gonna be scary. And with a defense like the one, like if we get that defense, get a few extra pieces for our defense, that defense will be scary. We were one of the better defenses in the league at the end of the season. That's a very good. Probably we were like the best against the run, or one of the best against the run. That's very good. I am so excited for that defense. But for us to actually go in the playoffs and compete, we need that offense. And for that, we need a tight end. We need another receiver, I think, and we need another offensive lineman. And honestly, with Khalil Hodge and Byron Murphy, we added to our defense, and then we go out, we get ourselves, like a good guy like Dalton Reisner to solidify the offensive line. JJ Arcega-Whiteside to help for another red zone threat, and then Kahale Waring to give us 2 good tight ends, Jesse James and Kahale. I think that's great. I love that. And obviously in the 5th round, you either want to get your backup quarterback or your running back. Devine Zigbo, Karan Higdon. I know some people don't like him, but I liked him. I liked what I saw from him, or some other guys. You can either. I also love Bryce Love. Trade it back up into the 4th. Get Bryce Love. I also want us to get. I'm not really focused on backup quarterback right now. But if we were to get one, definitely Tyree Jackson, Will Greer, Trace McSorley. I'd like our backup quarterback to be fast. So even if he can't throw the ball, he can run it. And so that's pretty much it right now. Again, always remember. That's pretty much it right now. Let's go back to this image. Yeah, so please hit that subscribe button if you liked the video. I'm new to this, so again, just excuse the crappy and yeah, and also comment. I really want to know how I did. You can't really just judge yourself. That's kind of cheating. And I like talking football. I like talking Lions. I live for this stuff. Yeah. And also shout out to everyone else. Okay. Thank you and good night.